Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here with me on the Life Makeovers podcast. So, this week we're talking about taking chances, being courageous, being brave in our lives. And I want to give you my formula for being courageous. Okay. So, these are my 5 brave steps to being courageous and taking chances. Okay. So think about something that you really, really want that you don't have, or something you really want to do that you haven't done, or maybe something that you know needs to happen, that you need to do to feel better in your life, feel happier in your life, have more of what you want, be more at peace with yourself, whatever it is. And let's go through these 5 steps. Okay. So, because one of the things that I hear all the time from women in midlife is it's too late for them. It's too late for them to change. It's too late for them to whatever it is. It's too late to find love. It's too late to lose weight. It's too late to start a new career. It's too late to clean up their finances. It's too late to slow the aging process. It's just too late to learn anything new. I mean, I hear this all the time, and I'm telling you, those are simply myths. They're myths that you're believing, and it isn't true. So let's get brave together. Okay. So if you are in a position to take notes and you like to take notes to remember things, put down on the left column of your page B, underneath it R, underneath it A, underneath it V, underneath it E. Brave. Okay. And I'll tell you what each of these letters stand for in terms of building your courage muscles. We're going to build our courage muscles today to get stronger in our lives. Okay. So B. B means believe anything is possible. Now, that may sound very song and dancey to you. That may sound unicorns and rainbows to you. But what the real meaning behind this is that we've got to get it in our mind that something's possible if we're going to be able to make it possible on the outside, externally. Okay. So inside your mind, I want you to check your beliefs and make sure you are lined up with the idea that whatever you want, whatever you think you need at this point, whatever that thing is that you're thinking of right now, that it is possible for you to get there. Okay. So part of building your courage muscles is first believing what you want is possible. Letter R, recognize, okay, recognize your strengths. What I find in women a lot is that they do not recognize their worth. You've been through a lot in your life and you feel beaten down and tired a lot of the time. And some of you were raised thinking you weren't enough, even as little girls, let alone as middle-aged women. And you had dreams for your life. You thought your life was going to go a certain way. And then lo and behold, it didn't always go the way you planned. And so now here you are in midlife going, what the heck? What happened to me? What happened to my life? What happened to my dreams? And who am I now? I don't even know. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I want. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. All those things are, I'm too old for this. I'm too old for that. All those things. So instead, if you're going to be courageous and you're going to do brave things, you've got to recognize your strengths. So I want you to think, spend some time and think, what do I really bring to the table in my life that's really positive? Like, what aspects do I have of my personality? Like, maybe you're super trustworthy. Maybe you're really funny. Maybe you're incredibly organized. I don't know what it is, but you've got them. You've got plenty of strengths. And so I want you to notice those right now. So it could be personality qualities you have. It could be skill sets you have. Maybe you're really good at building things. Maybe you're really good at coming up with great ideas for organizations. Maybe you are the most compassionate person on earth. Maybe you have a great love for animals. Maybe you are a wonderful writer. I mean, who knows? Whatever it is, but think about your personality characteristics, think about your skill sets you have. Maybe you have a really super strong belief system or faith or philosophy of life that just really runs the engine powerfully in your life. That could be a strength that you utilize in when you need to be more courageous. So think about what those are and really recognize that you bring a lot to the table. We often notice our deficits, but we don't notice our strengths. So it's time to turn your eyes to your strengths. Okay, letter A. A is for action. A is for action. So whatever you want, when you're building your courage muscles, one of the best ways to build your courage muscles is to take action of some sort every day toward what you really want, the life you really want, the work you really want, the relationships you really want, the finances you really want, the health you really want, whatever it is, take action every day toward those desires, goals, dreams, needs, wants, wishes, whatever you're calling them. So A is about action, because although sitting still and contemplating ideas and waiting to receive inspiration and all of that is powerful as well, in the physical world we live in, action is required to get it done. So please do something every day that can support you in getting where you want to go in your life. Something every day, every single day. Okay, V. What does the V stand for? The V stands for visualize. Visualize. Now, what this means is I want you to, close your eyes. When you have a moment. Now, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. But if you're in a position you can close your eyes right now, I would close them for a sec and play a movie in your head. Visualize what it is you want, what you're trying to be courageous about. See that in completion, like see a little movie of it actually taking place. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, if you want to lose 50 pounds, I want you to visualize how you would look, what your body would look like, what kind of clothes you would be wearing, how you would be standing or moving or whatever with your body with that 50 pounds gone. I want you to really see it and then feel those feelings you would feel if you had reached that goal. Okay, so you're looking at it as a movie in your mind. So you've got a picture planted in your mind. If you're trying to save more money, if you're trying to be courageous in making more money or investing more money or whatever, look at an imaginary bank statement in your mind, or retirement account statement, whatever it is you're wanting to build there, and see the figure, the amount, whether it's $100,000, $1 million, I don't know which one. See that on that piece of paper or on your online banking, digital presence, whatever, wherever, but see it as if it's really there, it's really true. And then again, feel the feelings you would feel. Oh, you feel financially free. You feel so secure. You feel so safe. You can have anything you want. You can do whatever. You can retire now. You blah, 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 blah. Feel all of that. Notice all of that. So the V step of being brave is to see it as complete or as fully realized, and then feeling the feelings of it. This is very powerful brain work, actually, because our brain wants to support what we believe to be true. And by visualizing, putting that picture in our minds, the brain goes, oh, she weighs 50 pounds less, or oh, she has $100,000 in the bank. Okay. And the brain goes, okay, I'm going to help that be true because it is her truth. Okay. Maybe you want to find love again and you don't know how, but I want you again to visualize yourself with a companion, with that man or woman that you really imagine having great companionship with? Where would you be going as a couple? Would you be holding hands? What would you be doing together? Really visualize it. And then again, let your heart swell up with those yummy feelings of being in love again, or feeling so cared for or cherished, or so in sync with another person, another soul, whatever. So V is for visualize. Very important. It's like the most fun game of imagination ever. Okay. And then E for of brave, the brave acronym is experiment. Okay, so life is full of experiments, trial and error, or whatever we want to call it. We do testing to figure out, is going down a route A or route B the most successful, or giving us the results we actually want? Or when I do this, what happens? When I do that, what happens? If I say it this way, how does that come across? If I say it that way, does that work better? So keep experimenting with different ideas on how to complete or realize your goals, your wishes, what you want. Okay. And I wouldn't call anything a failure. If something's not working in the way that you had hoped, tell yourself it's not failure, it's feedback. This is an experiment. Well, our whole lives are experiments, right? Our marriages are experiments. Our careers are experiments. Our, everything, our ways of generating income are experiments. Everything's an experiment. We don't know how it's going to turn out. We're just offering something and getting some kind of results sometimes that we are really thankful for, really pleased about, and sometimes results that we go, darn, that was not anywhere near the mark of what I was striving for. So just recognize that in the process of all of this, that when we're trying new things, we're taking chances, we're being courageous, that it is an experiment, and you want to learn from every leg of your experiment of moving toward what you want. Okay, so brave, B.R.A.V.E. Believe anything is possible, recognize your strengths, take action every day, visualize, and experiment. Okay, so I want to relate this to part of my own journey that I have been on in my life previously, and just to illustrate, bring home the point a little bit more. So I was a therapist for 25 years. I worked for other people. And then I became a coach in 2005. I added coaching to my professional skill set and repertoire and everything, and kept working for other people as a therapist, but did side gigs as a coach and speaking and writing and all that. But someday I knew I wanted to take the chance to have my own private coaching practice. I knew I wanted to do that. I could tell you reasons all day long why I wanted to do that, but I didn't know how to do it. I had never done that before. I had never even studied on how to do that before. I didn't know much of anything about doing that. And then, of course, the online world, opened up wide as well. And that's a whole other way to do business than anything I'd ever experimented with before. So I knew I needed courage. I knew I needed some time to build a business. I couldn't just, open on a Monday and be, thriving financially by Friday, right? So it was a process. It was a journey, and I didn't know how to do it. So it took courage to leave a regular job with a regular paycheck, with a regular retirement payment going in every month and all that other stuff, and a predictable schedule, and clients that just showed up to be cared for by me instead of me out seeking, looking, for matches to the work that I do and so forth. So it was a big shift in my professional life, and I didn't know for sure how it was going to go. But again, I took a chance on myself. I believed in myself. So B, I believed it was possible. I believed in myself and my own abilities to learn. And I believed in my, professional credentials. I believed in my ability to learn online how to create a business online and reach people far and wide through online digital resources and so forth, like that. Learn about social media, all that stuff I didn't know anything about. Podcasting, didn't know anything about it, nothing. Anyway, but I believed because I've seen other people do it too. I thought, oh, well, they've done it. That person's done it. I've seen them do it. Surely I can do it. So I really built myself up with a strong belief in myself and my ability to learn and do it. Then R, recognize my strengths. I knew I have a good personality. I connect quickly with people. I love people. I'm very compassionate toward people. I am on a mission. I have this drive in me to help people transform their lives. I've always had that since I was a teenager. So I knew I had a strong belief system behind the work that I was going to be doing. I love to learn. So I knew I would be open to lots of learning. I'm a decent writer. I'm a good speaker. I'm a great coach. I mean, I knew I had some of these core skills that I would be using in the business. And so I recognized those strengths instead of focusing on areas I was not great, like technical tech stuff. I didn't know anything about technical things. Very little social media exposure at that point. There, no knowledge of how to build an email list and how to blog. And I mean, never done any of that. So I focused on my strengths and went from there, from a place of strength. Then A, I took action every day. Literally, I didn't even know. Some mornings I got up, and went into my little tiny office in the condominium I lived in, and I would get on Facebook to do a live, and I didn't even know what I was going to talk about, but I thought you just get on there and you speak to whoever's listening and teach them something that has worked for you in your life. Just get on there. You don't know, you don't have a plan, just do it. So that was one thing. I took action every day that way. And then I started doing research about how to, what digital tools were out there, what people with online businesses were doing. And so I got some education. And then I went to some networking groups locally and got to know other coaches in the world and other women entrepreneurs and got some strength from all of that. And anyway, every day I was doing something. Didn't know what the next day was going to look like necessarily, but I was living out the action of I own a business. I am a coach. I have a business. I'm going to show up, teach, coach, train, and build up these assets, build content, create content, start, connecting with an audience every single day. V, visualize. What did this look like with me? Well, I started visualizing clients coming to me, clients reaching out for coaching with me. I started visualizing, being an author of a book someday. But I didn't know what the book would be about, but I started to visualize me signing books. I visualized myself on stages speaking. I visualized myself with a very active online community. I just looked at all those. I started visualizing my bank account going up, my savings going up and up and up, my income going up and up and up. I visualized myself in experiences, learning new skills and new tools that I would bring to my clients. All of it. I watched it all. And then I also visualized, having more free time, working less than I would in a full-time job for somebody else, having more time off throughout the year and traveling to interesting places and creating wonderful experiences and having that be made possible by running my own business. So I visualized all those things and felt the feelings of having all of those things. And then E, I knew this was one giant experiment. And I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I didn't know if I would thrive as a business owner. I didn't know if I would be able to build all this up and keep doing it for the rest of my professional life. I did not know, but I just kept learning and attempting things and showing up every day and doing my thing. And I worked hard to avoid the distractions of working from home and having total freedom with how you spend your days, and really got myself in a strong business routine and so on and so forth. And I tried some things that weren't the best, and then went and tried something else. So I tried to go with the flow of the experiment of it all. And I can tell you that every year I felt more solid. Every year I've increased my income. Every year I have found greater fulfillment in the work that I'm doing and the impact that I'm having, and the growing expression of this business. Like last year I wrote a best-selling book, an Amazon bestseller, the Midlife Makeover Method, which is methodology I created like 4 years into having my business. And last November I launched this podcast, and I didn't know how to do a podcast. I'd never done a podcast before. I listened to a few podcasts prior to having one, but I didn't know what it required. And I found out what it required, and at least how I want to do it. And I've been doing it ever since, consistently since last November. So that's 9 months now. I just had the 100th episode a couple of weeks ago. So, and who knows what's coming next. I mean, I have ideas of other things. I've had group coaching programs. I have private coaching programs. I have a blog that I write regularly. I'm working on a speaker kit and things like that. And who knows? The possibilities are endless, but I'm telling you, I am so grateful I took the chance to work for myself. I'm so glad I built my courage muscles enough to give it a go, to believe in myself, to trust the process, because this is how I want to work. This is how I want to live, with the freedom of owning my own business and impacting you all as much as I possibly can. It is so satisfying. It is so rewarding. I really, in all my heart of hearts, I would do anything for you out there that I can, within my own, my own circle of influence and my own ability. Because I love you all so much, and I want you to live your dreams as well. So please, let's get courageous together. You can do anything, I swear. And if you want the accountability and support of me as your coach, that is another way to feel more courageous, is to have a strong support system go along the journey with you. And that is part of what a coach does, a good coach does. So if you want to talk to me about that possibility, just go to cindydwhitmer.com, my main website, and click on the coaching button and look and check things out there, and then apply to talk to me. You'll just have to answer 5 minutes or less of questions, and then I will contact you about us getting on the phone and having a conversation. No obligation conversation, but a conversation nonetheless about if I can be a strong, supportive player of you, an expert who can bring you new tools, strategies you do not know, or you would be using them and already getting there, and help you move forward. So, all right, go out and build your courage muscles, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, find out more about my coaching programs, or download my free ebook, The Midlife Makeover Method, The Secret to Loving Yourself Fully and Living on Your Terms, then head over to my website at www.cindydwhitmer.com. Have a wonderful day.